Want to take your coaching or consulting business from $0 to $500,000 in less than a year? Then stay tuned because you're going to love my latest video. It showcases exactly how I helped a brand new business coach achieve those rock star results in record time. Hi, my name is Jessica Yarbrough. I'm a top business strategist for coaches and consultants who want to sell and scale ultra high end. I'm talking about selling your services for multiple 5 and even 6 figures. I help my clients go from virtually unknown, struggling to bill by the hour, or stuck selling those low end packages to confidently closing $25K, $50K, even $100K plus deals. So if you're curious exactly how we took this new coach to $500,000 in less than a year, then stay tuned as I break it down. Be sure to like this video and hit that subscribe button so you know when each of my new videos drops. Meet my client James, a business coach and strategist. He is a real genius at his craft and had an incredible legacy of sales and business growth in the corporate world. But like many fathers, James was ready to get out of the grind and live life on his terms so he could not only make a lot of money, but spend more time with his family. So he left and he dove right into trying to launch a successful coaching business. In fact, he went down the rabbit hole of trying all the latest tips and tricks being sold on social media. He wrote a book and became a best-selling author. He launched a course, you name it. He invested almost 6 figures into methods that just didn't work. Has this happened to you? It's a very common scenario. In fact, I have many clients who come to me after investing a ton of money into things that they either weren't ready for or that just were not congruent with the business and lifestyle they wanted. James called hiring me his Hail Mary pass, as it was his last shot at making the whole entrepreneurial dream work before having to go back and get a job. And guess what? It worked. After just a few weeks working together, he generated $92K in sales. So how did we do it? As I mentioned, James already had experience and expertise in his field. What he needed help with was understanding how to translate his genius into a lucrative coaching business. And his needs were time sensitive. He'd already invested a ton into things that didn't work. He needed results quickly to transform his situation. Before we go into the how of James's situation, it's important to talk about the pitfalls of entering the coaching or consulting world. Many of my clients come from a corporate background, but this transition from corporate world to that of an entrepreneur, it can be pretty overwhelming. A lot of times when people make the leap, they fall into one of 2 categories, the lifestyle coaching model or the course creation model. When you enter the coaching or consulting world, you can find people charging a few $1,000s all the way up to multiple 6 figures for their services. And there's a huge amount of people marketing what I call entry-level programs. These are coaching programs that are typically around $3,000 to $5,000, and they're primarily focused around selling a lifestyle. And you've probably seen these work from your laptop, travel the world type of coaching advertisements out of there. And so a lot of people get stuck in this model. It's important that this market is saturated with plenty of other coaches vying for their attention to sell programs. And when you're someone like James who has this corporate background where you're used to working with 8 and 9 figure companies, and you try to attempt to translate these skills to this entry-level new coaching market, oftentimes you'll meet resistance. Why? Because there's a huge disconnect. You may be used to solving much bigger, more complex problems, and you speak a more sophisticated language. And then you're going to struggle to try to dumb down what you do and message it in a way that serves the entry-level market, who, quite frankly, may have never even worked in the business world. The other path to corporate turned entrepreneurs falls into the course building model. This is a route of offering courses and membership sites, and keep this in mind. It takes a lot of time to create this stuff. You're going to spend hours writing content, creating funnels, developing email sequences, building membership sites, and recording materials. And at the end of the day, you still need traffic. And if you don't have a following, you're going to need to spend thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in driving traffic to your course. And look, paid advertising is a multi-step, sophisticated strategy. And this is why so many course creators fail to ever even monetize what they create. Because if you're not a digital marketing expert or a savvy copywriter, it's going to be hard to monetize your course. When James came to me, he had done both of these things. He tried to sell coaching to entry-level coaches, and he's also tried to push a course. And it's common that when clients come to me, they've tried both of these models. So if these models aren't the best, then what is? A high ticket coaching or consulting business. So what is high ticket? High ticket is selling a premium, say 5 to 6 figures for your services to solve an urgent problem for your clients. It's making the conscious decision to go deeper with a select number of clients and give them a lot of time and attention and value. And in exchange, they pay a premium, a large sum of money for your help. If you want to make money quickly and work with incredible clients, remember this. Market to those who need their problem solved right away and who have money to invest in getting their problem solved quickly. By the way, if you're curious to learn more about what exactly high ticket coaching is, be sure to check out my other video on what is high ticket digital marketing. An expert explains. The link is pinned in the comments below. Now back to marketing your services. Remember that successful business owners are extremely busy. They don't have time to watch your webinar. They want to connect with someone who understands how to solve their problems now. That's it. If you can have a conversation, you can take a complete stranger and enroll them in a 50K program with ease. No funnel, no ads, no webinar, no best-selling book. So how do we transform James's situation? Like I said, James is a rock star. I took one look at him and said, look, we've got to get you marketing to the right people. His knowledge and expertise was so sophisticated, he was just going over the heads of the entry-level market that he was going after. James's genius was much more aligned with bigger companies where he'd go in and help rework their sales and growth strategy. So first, we upgraded his packages and pricing strategy. Rather than following the myth of the ascension model, the idea that you're going to start low and one day possibly take people into your higher level programs, we flipped the model on its head. Now, I'm sure you've seen this. You start with a $197 course and then you try to upsell people into a $3,000 program, and one day maybe they buy your $10K program. There are many problems with this model, which I could talk at length on, but for now keep this in mind. There's only about a 10% chance of someone going in from a $197 to a $10K program, okay? You're gonna have to sell a ton of these cheap courses just to cover your bills. So remember that if you're marketing to a higher caliber client that can pay you $50K, they're not gonna come to you via, a $197 course. Your ideal client should see your value and have the resources to invest in you now. And rather than go in at the bottom and work your way up to higher paying clients, you can start at the top. Okay, forget selling information and focus on selling transformation. For James, we started with a $62K package and then we added a $30K and then eventually a $10K. So we back built it. We needed to inject cash flow immediately into his business, right? So we had to align his positioning and messaging with the ideal clients so he could start generating leads to pitch his high value programs. The packaging and pricing strategy is more sophisticated, guys. It's much more than, say, throwing a high price tag onto your services. You need a clear pathway for how you get your clients' results. You need to have a ton of value built into your packages. And your messaging needs to be so on point that even if your package has a $50K price tag, it actually seems reasonable. We then focused on his positioning and messaging. The majority of coaches and consultants that fail do so not because what they offer is bad, but rather because they fail to effectively communicate their value. Keep in mind that your messaging should eliminate everyone except your ideal client. Your ideal clients need to see you as the expert and as the only person they want to help them solve their problem. Once we addressed this, James turned around and sold a $30K program the next week. He then turned around and sold a $62K program. He generated almost 6 figures in just 4 weeks. Fast forward and he was able to scale up to $500,000 in just 10 short months. The model we teach changes everything. You gain the expert knowledge and skill set to attract qualified leads that see your value and have the ability to pay you tens of thousands of dollars for your time. You're going to be recognized as an expert in your industry, attract clients who energize you and are ready to invest now, have consistent cash flow and predictability in your income so you can create and enjoy the lifestyle you dreamed of, and put the systems in place to scale your business to make more while working less. James is just one of many incredible case studies of entrepreneurs who we've helped skyrocket their impact and income. If you want to discover more about how we support our clients, check out the link in the comments below. For now, what was your biggest takeaway? Drop a comment. I would love to hear from you. Until next time.